Welcome to another one of my unpopular opinion videos, although I think this might be a popular opinion. I have a feeling a lot of people are going to agree with me on this one. Disclaimer, if you do not like people that have opinions about others that are on reality TV or in the limelight, pop culture, etc., if you get in your feelers over opinions, just keep scrolling, please. I'm not going to engage with arguing with you. And I really don't care if you don't agree with me. We can have different opinions and it's okay. You're not going to convince me. I'm not going to convince you. So don't argue with me. Argue with your mama. So I got this comment from one of my besties on here. Hey girl. That was talking about this incident with Nova and CATELYNN posting Nova in the shower on her Snapchat. So we're going to have a talk about this. Let's focus on this paragraph right here. This is a Reddit post. Apparently they're talking about the most pathetic thing that anybody's ever seen the girls from Teen Mom do. So this one says, not on TV, but I think is really important to mention. And it is. Kate put Nova on Snapchat, literally showering, like full frontal video. Makes me enraged just thinking about how many fucking sickos saw that and recorded it or whatever. Same. It disgusts me and makes my stomach turn to even... Anyways. Then she got mad when hella people asked her to take it down and reported her to police. I can't believe she didn't get arrested. And then her and or her mom gave the middle finger in a video defending themselves and called people retards. I think it was both of them. I know that her and April both were like having a heyday calling people out for them saying something about how inappropriate it was that she posted this video. Make that make sense. Anyways, and called people retards when she apologized for everything and the use of that word. She sure did. I'm really sorry that I used the R word. I'm sorry if I offended anybody. Anyways. She said she herself had family members who are mentally challenged and was sorry for using that word. I'm sure. Like, girl, I'm sorry. She just makes me mad and annoyed with almost everything she does. Agree. I want to say that this post was on her Snapchat story for 10 to 12 hours after she originally posted it. And people immediately were reporting her, were telling her, like, take this down. You know, giving her some solid advice. Like, they actually genuinely care about you and your child. But, yeah, go ahead and start name-calling and thinking that they're just attacking you because you're such a victim. When really, it would be Nova who's the victim because that is the highest form of exploitation and a very huge invasion of privacy. I can't imagine if my mom had as many followers as CATELYNN does. Well, CATELYNN and Tyler, because, you know, they're like a unit. And then posting me in the shower as a 1-year-old for people to see. That would disgust me. I would probably be very mad at my mom for doing that. Because why did anybody need to see that? It reminds me of the same situation with that influencer mom, Jacqueline, and her daughter, Ren. Justice for Ren, that poor girl. Hopefully you guys all know what I'm talking about. But Jacqueline is exploiting Ren. She is literally curating content for a certain target audience. And then she acts like she doesn't know what she's doing when, bitch, you know exactly what the fuck you're doing. And the only person that's going to be hurting from that in the end is your daughter. What you're doing to Ren is unjustified and you should be arrested. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. But anyways, that's what this is reminding me of, is like you're doing something outlandishly inappropriate by posting that sort of content on your social media platform. But then you want to get mad at everybody else for calling you out for that. You got problems. If you think that's okay, you got some problems. Because just like this comment says, you don't know who got a screenshot, a screen recording. You don't know where that has gone in the dark webs. Not only that, but now they have these AI programs where they can literally emulate your child. They will take your child's likeness, voice, and they will use that for AI. And guess what AI is going to do? They could create some very derogatory content and then post that into the dark web, so then it's further getting circulated within that particular group of people. And it's going to be around forever. I mean, would you be okay with taking your kid to the park and letting somebody like video your kid and take pictures of your kid, send it to all their little buddies, and then it gets, like, would you willingly do that? Would you willingly take your kid there if you knew that was going on? I mean, at this point, you might as well just put a target on your kid's back, because metaphorically, you're already doing that. You're already doing that by putting them in that situation, by posting shit like that on your social media. And I know I get a lot of shit and I get called a hypocrite because I won't post my kids on social media. I refuse. I will not allow my kids on my TikTok videos, my Instagram page. If I do post on Facebook, it's like I have only a few hundred friends on there. A lot of it's family, and I'm posting it privately to where it's not even public. And I very rarely even do that because, again, you never know who the fuck is behind that screen. And I feel that so many parents willingly use their kids to exploit them, to profit off of them. And I find it very disturbing. And why I've been called a hypocrite is because I have talked about, as other people say, I talk about other people's kids when I have said things like, I don't believe that Kylie's daughter Stormy is actually Travis Scott's. I believe that she is Tyga's. People get really in their feelers when I say shit like that because they say I'm talking shit about a child. And I guess in my frame of mind, I'm just going to say this, I look at it as I'm actually talking shit about the parents. If you think about it, like, for instance, I don't believe that Khloe Kardashian's biological father is Robert Kardashian. I believe her biological father is Alex Roldan. Do I think differently of Khloe, or do I blame Khloe because of that? Like, oh, I don't actually think Robert's your dad. I think Alex is. That's so gross of you. How could you do that? No. I'm judging Chris's nasty hoe ass. I'm not judging Khloe. She's the child in the situation. She is not the adult that would have done the deed in order to create that chaos. It's the adults that I'm judging. I'm not judging the kids whatsoever. I just want to make that loud and clear. And I'm sorry, but that family plays in everybody's face all the fucking time. And I feel like they should be talked about for all the dirt that they do and all the shady shit that they do. Because y'all want to put them on a pedestal so much, when in reality, it's all just a bunch of bullshit, lies, and illusions that you're buying into. But I'm going to digress on that. To sum this video up, what I'm getting at is that I feel that a lot of things that CATELYNN and Tyler do are overlooked. Like, they are put on this pedestal, and they're looked at as such victims because they placed their daughter for adoption, when, mind you, CATELYNN really didn't want to place her for adoption. She wanted to keep her child and raise her child. Tyler gave her the ultimatum, me or raising the baby. She wasn't going to bring the child to to April and Butch's house. Kim wasn't allowing them to bring the child to her house. So at the end of the day, like, they made a tough decision. I get that. But that was really their only option if you think about it. So while I do feel for them for making that choice at a young age, I don't place them on a pedestal or look at them as victims in any way, shape, or form. These people are my age. Like, these are my fucking peers. These are not teenage kids anymore. And I think that at the point in life that they had Nova, you know better than to post some shit like that about with your kid in it. Especially, I don't even give a fuck if that's your first kid, because especially you should be more protective. I was so uptight when I was a mom of just one compared to being a mom of 3, but I would still never do that shit. Ever. It's disgusting. It's despicable. And for her to even come at people and call them the R word is even worse, because it just shows that she takes no accountability and she thinks that everything that she does should just be okay, even when it's clearly not.